Well, hello. And this could be one of the wee digressions or the deviations from the normal pattern. So, not in John's Gospel, not in Deuteronomy. And I've been working through 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, and obviously the life of David comes into that. And in fact, I started this way. I'm almost at the end of 2 Samuel now, and I started 1 Samuel back in February. And you'll see some of the stuff if you look at my blog, which appears every day. It's 2 posts, one in the New Testament, one in the Old. And there's a great value to working slowly through a book. You know, with the life of David, we all know about Goliath. We know that he was on the run from Saul for a long time. We know that he eventually became king, that he had many victories, and then we know about Bathsheba and Uriah, and the census which he insisted on carrying out. We know the good and the bad. But as you walk slowly through this, as I say, I've been working on 1 and 2 Samuel from way back in February. It's about 8 months, something like that on it. You get absorbed into it. You get more immersed in what's going on. And that can help you to get a fuller and a better appreciation of what's going on. I say we all know the highlights and the lowlights of David and the story of David, but there might be more than one video on this. Might just be one. We'll see. Just 1 or 2 reflections. Main one is right. You've got Saul and David of effectively the 2 key features, key characters. Saul, who started off well and won a few victories, but then very quickly failed. And if you look at life of Saul, you can see he's a very unstable character. There's no foundation in his life. There's no genuine love for God in his life. But he did some good things. He did some bad things as well. And he is rejected by God. It says quite clear that God had rejected him. Then you look at David, you might think, like, oh, David, what a great fellow he is, what a great man he is. Then, of course, you've got the key failing, a bit more than a failing, when he committed adultery with Bathsheba and then killed Uriah to try and get himself out of this mess, or try and cover up the mess. But even before that, you see instances where he was never a perfect man. And then after his Uriah Bathsheba fiasco or debacle, you get Nathan's judgment upon him. And his life after that, his reign after that, is a very, very difficult time. Things never easy. And yet, David is honoured. There's a fundamental difference between David and between Saul. And it's not that one is good and the other is bad. David did many good things. He did a number of bad things as well. Some of them extremely bad. So what's the difference? I was thinking, what is the difference? And then I thought, it's in a sense, why am I going to heaven? Why are you going to heaven? I am a sinner. On my own merits, I deserve to go to hell, and so do you. So if you want to cheer me up, listen to this video. Hopefully you will get cheered up. But it's not any sense of self-righteousness you're going to get cheered up. What's the difference between those of us who say we're saved, and then Joe Bloggs down the road is going to hell? What's the difference? The difference between David and Saul was David, when he confessed his sins, genuinely confessed them, and he looked to God for mercy. Put his trust in God. And it's like that with us. What's the difference between me and someone else? that I have faith in Jesus Christ. I trust in his death on the cross for my righteousness. And if you're a believer, you do the same. And we do some good things, we do some bad things. And it's like that with David and Saul. They both did some good things and did some bad things. David's victories are bigger. It says, there's this song went around at the time, was it Saul has slain his thousands, David has slain his tens of thousands. But the fundamental difference was, did they trust in God or not? And that is the key thing about you and me and our relationship to God. Do we look to God or not? So on that thought, that's the first reflection. I'll do one or two more